Good evening, y'all. Welcome to Two Queens on the Throne. I am 41 Fit. This is my lovely sis trending at some points. Hi.
Let me move this over here so I can. There we go. So I can look more this way. Hey y'all! I'm just waiting on the live to register.
We're waiting for everyone to kind of populate. Thanks everyone for being here. Sorry, I was shifting my wig.
Child, we got wig issues up in this one today.
Like Karen Hugo. Remember when she was sitting at the picnic table?
Just shit, you know.
And that wig went hard with it.
Remember nobody else said like. That was Karen. Karen didn't want to. Like, don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Don't touch it. Y'all remember that. Oh my goodness. Make sure that y'all hit the like button as y'all come in. Let's go ahead.
Please.
Oh my, please. Listen.
We had these wigs today.
Listen.
Hey, y'all, the wigs, child, Francois.
Ooh, the wigs is wigging, y'all.
I need some more. It's just struggle today. It's struggle, you know.
It's
just doing whatever it feels like.
Look. All right, let's go ahead. Okay. It's bad, y'all. Let's go ahead and throw this intro on. Dracarys. I think we need to hear that again. Wait a minute. Oh, shout out to Trending at some point.
Hey, look, shout out to me, and then shout out to my shout out to here for hot tea.
Do my review. Ooh, go ahead, put them up here again. Yes, we are thinking. So mine says firm clappers queen, and yours says bye.
Bye ho. That's you know, here for hot tea. You already know.
Oh my goodness! Thank you all for being here. Before we get started, shout out to Gloria Williams. She was first in the building. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hitting that like button as you come in. Don't be rude. Just hit that like button. It's free. Of course, Francois is in the house. Yes. Thanks for being here, Dukes.
Dukes is back.
Dukes is back. You know, true story. I thought she was a troll, and one of Trenda's lives.
Deuce, it ain't you. It's just sometimes people be saying certain phrases, and they just Deuce. You have shown that's not you. Don't you. Listen, some people I be in Don chat, and I'm like, this is like a troll. In fact, one time one of Jay's brothers came to chat, but I thought they were kidding, and I was about to block them for trying to play around with Jay. I was about to. So I be ready to block people.
Deuce, you was too opinionated. I'm joking. You were too opinionated, but thank you for being here. We got Cece here. Thanks for being here. Terry T baby.
Oh yeah, welcome to House of Donna says House of Horrors.
House of Horror.
He can't get that second syllable in there.
Horrors. So is it like, because they do be whoring a whole lot.
What's it called? The pleasure houses, whatever they call them anyway, right?
Bathhouses, I guess they be making it do what it do. And actually, there's in the second episode we're gonna go
these dragon seeds floating around.
Yeah, they be laying low and spreading it wide, y'all. Right. Hey, American born Alf MC, Miss Cheryl, thank you for being here from Seattle. Whoop whoop! I was actually stationed in Fort Lewis, so I was over there.
What years?
We were there from 7 to 10.
Okay, I came after because I visited, but I loved it. Lewis McCoy, right? Or
yes, Lewis McCoy. It's beautiful out there. There's a lot of rain. So yeah, y'all be getting moisturized a whole lot. Yes, the season is ending. I'm just as upset. Thank you for being here. Kenya and Messi and Kay. I have not seen you here in a good minute, Messi in Kentucky. April with 2 L's. Thank
April
you.
with the 2 L's.
Not by. Hey, we're we know who Nightbot enemy. I haven't seen her in here yet, so. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, J28T. That's
yeah, J28T. She ain't in here just yet. And I'm going to stop right here with American Born. Thank you all for being here. Make sure that you hit the like button. All right. Y'all ready?
Sorry, y'all. We got to have some in the front of y'all discussion. Yes. Are you dropping the link later?
I'm going to drop the link later.
Gotcha.
Yes.
I'm ready.
I am going to drop the link later. So if you would like to come up, we're going to give it's going to be 2 minutes, 2 minutes per person. If you do want to come up, don't be shy. Listen, this show is nothing without you all, right? So please, please, please come up, and, we would love your take on the episodes and even the recap. All right. Thank you for being here. I think it's Daquilla. Is it Daquilla? Is this?
That's what I say. I say Daquilla too.
Daquilla? Okay. Because you got the same name as D. Hereford, so I'm wondering if you wanted the same. I ain't trying to tell your whole government name. And then we got.
Oh, I think it might be a coincidence. I still see D show up as D.
I still see. Yep. Oh, I'm no troll. You're not no troll. Listen, you in there like swimwear, okay?
We got you.
We will put the link up. We would love for you to join us. Again, 2 minutes per person, and then we are going to allow Trendon to go to sleep because her inner season lady hits about 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. Hard.
before. All right, y'all. So let's see here. Any thoughts before I start trending?
I'm most excited about episode 7. The end of 6.
Yes.
And then episode 7. I'm excited. But I'm gonna go ahead. We can go right into it so we can talk.
Also, just really quick, just a few commercials. Make sure if you are in the Dallas area or you would like to travel next weekend, it's going to be Kitchen Table Talk Part 2 in Dallas. It's going to be, listen, anybody is going to be there. Make sure that you get your tickets. I'm going to drop a link prior to us ending this live. Please make sure that you go out and support Chef and Trending at some point. We got a few extra other wonderful guests that's going to be down there, and the food is going to be banging. Okay, so
I still have my 2 tickets that I can I want to give away because I have my ticket, then I have 2 extra tickets. So please let me know.
And I also know that there were some donated tickets as well. Some folks. Oh, it is D. Okay, it's D. She's on her tablet. Okay.
D, I never made the connection. I thought it was like y'all. Somebody need to check their family tree though. That's what I was thinking.
Oh my goodness. Hey, I was about to say, does she got some more family in Philly? I'm trying to find out. Either that or look. There's gonna be some issues as a problem. I have to go out there, get a little something while I visit family. Thank you for being here, love Key. A lot of my notes is for episode 6, though. I'm gonna be honest with you because 7 was so like pew, pew, pew.
Okay, that's fine. I love it.
All right, so we're gonna start with Hot D season 2, episode 6, which was called Small Folk, right? Mm-hmm. The common folk, the regular people like us, the regulars. Even though we silver-haired, we making it do what it do. Hey, you never know. We could be dragon seeds.
Oh, we claiming it. Ooh. We claiming them.
Ooh. We're going to ride a dragon. All right. So in the opening scenes, if you notice, the tapestry has changed. All right. So, after the historical events, it shows the battles of Rook's Rest, and we see Aegon's wounded dragon, Sunfire. We see Rhaenyra's perished dragon, Meleys, and Aemond's dragon, Vhagar, above, while a blonde, or he appears to be blonde or just kind of bright looking, he's a Targaryen, right, stands triumphant. It was Aemond who won this battle, but the Greens claims, and then my wig is still shifting, y'all. So y'all
we Karen Huger today.
We are slide back like Karen Huger.
Better bear with us in these wigs, goddamn.
That thing slide back. I'm gonna just make it do what it do.
The that camera came on, I'm like, stay down. We need some boho. We need boho.
We need some boho. Somebody page Dr. Bell. I can feel. You just feel that thing slide.
Yes. Look, y'all. Look. This is how precarious mine is. Look. One shift. There we go. That's the hairline. I mean, when I tell you it's on the edge of glory.
Yo, my wig got a gangster lead to it. It was like this.
I don't even want to list the sides. We're not even gonna...
I got a side part.
And then we was both struggling with these doggone braids. They wanted to lean wherever they wanted to lean. It's ridiculous today.
Before I came on camera, poor kid did the little braid.
Yeah, look, y'all. It just be like, look, let me stop. Now I can put it back where it's supposed to be. It already was like, while we were, oh God, that was like, okay. Yo, it's worse. Oh my God. Y'all, why you let me do this? Okay.
Do I need middle part, y'all? We need to do a vote. Middle part or side part? Because my antenna's got an antenna. Oh my Lord. Anyway, the tapestry changed, y'all. Okay, we got fire. We got blind man just chilling, sitting there with the Captain Morgan pose. He we figured it as Aegon or Aemond. Well, we don't know. Like it could be either one of them, right? So in the books, well, I ain't gonna tell the end, but anyway, it's possible that's either one, right? Now the show actually shows him laying on the bed, kind of messed up and jacked up, but the books actually say something different in the end.
That he basically don't even be conscious half the time and stuff, or something else?
Not necessarily. That this is very possible that either one of them can be triumphant in the end. Either one of the sons, right? And then there's a third that we haven't even met yet. So anyway,
right. I was looking at the family tree. I was like, where is this third child at?
Listen, Alf MC voted for a side part, so I'm gonna get that side part action. Which, Lord Jesus, can I at least tuck it? No. All right, let's see. Hold up,
every time I laugh, it's just
we can't even laugh. Listen, the spirit of Karen Huger is in the place, y'all.
Karen Huger has taken hold of the lace.
Listen, I love the Grand Dame. Listen, it's about kings and queens, so the Grand Dame has to be here too, right? But that being said, so anyway, episode 6 starts with the Westerlands, and it's ruled by Jason Lannister, right? So the Lannisters are known to have that coin. They got the big coin percentages. They, you know what I mean? So Jason supports King Aegon and the Greens against Rhaenyra and the Blacks. So he and his army come to Golden Tooth, and that's ruled by Lord Humphrey Lefford. So the Golden Tooth is strategically important, is an important location near the Riverlands, right? So it's just in a nice spot. So forgive my language, but Jason is a arrogant douche.
Oh, he was an a-hole. He was a pure a-hole. Yeah. Like, sir, there's a war y'all have to fight, and you want to hinder them, and like they ready to go, and it's like, no, we think we'll just stay here. He was a butt. I was like, this is how important battles get lost, because what are you doing right now?
Right. I mean, as a military member, you've seen when like commanders come in or senior enlisted come in, and they gotta come in and all this other stuff. And I got all this power, I got all these people, but this ain't the time for that. There's things that need to be done.
So they gonna be all comfortable and lazy, eating up on their food, which they probably gonna run low on supplies because they wasn't expecting y'all to stay. You're supposed to be rolling through.
Right. I'm rolling through ready. Right? But you on the flex, right? So he's an arrogant douche. He tried to get, and that's funny, that comment about the wine. Yeah, I don't do the wine. But that being said, so he tried to get Rhaenyra to marry him once upon a time. He was bragging about his money and he on this big rock, and now he's bragging about his army, right? Go ahead.
Was that his brother or was that him that showed up being the butthole? Because I am so shocked. I didn't expect him to act like that. I kind of did.
Yeah, and Lannister thrown through for sure. I mean, they're just rude. I mean, let's just think about Game of Thrones.
There's none that we can point to that weren't like that. I don't think. I think they all were like that.
Yeah, they just had a lot of money. Brother. They just remind me of the preppies
Yeah.
Now I grew up poor, so I ain't you
on some cruel intentions type.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you could just tell, like, anyway, they, people that have money, they can kind of push people around and they talk about their money. Now, now he's bragging about his army. He wears fancy lion armor. If you recall, that's the Lannister, armors that they are big on their lions.
I'm ashamed they have to claim the lion as a Leo. I'm ashamed. Like, you don't deserve it.
The Leos always got to be talking about being Leos. Have y'all noticed that?
We gonna slip it in. Oh, it's coming. It's Leo season. It's coming. Oh, it's coming.
It's already here.
Leos, I have at least fulfilled our quota. Anything now is excess.
Side note: this is Leo month. It's also a special person's birthday coming up very, very soon. So we're gonna have to do something fun for her. We don't know when she's gonna be able to do it. We don't know because she got a lot of plans, but we'll try to figure it out. But like, long story short, he actually brings lions in cages. He's feeling himself. Oh, Francois is a Leo too. I am literally surrounded by Leos.
Thank you, Francois. Come on in.
Jesus be offense. I mean, there's just so many of y'all. There's so many of y'all.
Well, Wanda said we it's a lot of us this year. I'm like, year?
This year?
Like, where do you think we be every
year? We gonna have to pray. Then my side part ain't side parting anymore, so I'm gonna have to make it the middle part. But that being said, so are the lions to show off his wealth, or is he just going to try to use the lions in battle? And like,
I'm like, are you actually going to use these lions in battle? That's a good question. I would like to see. Yeah.
We got the Libras in here. You get it. Yeah. Thank you for bringing in balance, dudes. We do appreciate you. We sure appreciate you. So the plan is that Jason's army will attack Daemon at Harrenhal and will force the Riverlands to join the Greens against Rhaenyra. But Jason says he won't attack until Aemond comes to help with his dragon. All right.
Right.
I mean, Jason's worried because of corrections.
He's scared. He's scared hiding behind the bravado. He's scared.
Right. He got all his lions, but
he only know right now that they only have what? He's thinking they only have like 2 or 3 dragons. He don't know they recruiting them.
And I actually have a listing of them in the next the recap coming up. So I have them kind of listed and paired up. See, I did a little bit of homework. I made it do what it do. I made it do what it do. But that being said, so he's demanding support because he's scared. He got a whole bunch of lions, but he's a cowardly lion. In my opinion.
He is a cowardly lion.
He's a cowardly lion, right? Now, that ain't a knock on my Leos, but I'll digress. I'm going to keep on looking at this screen. She's going to throw something at me. And Aemond is angry at Jason for delaying, right? Pretty much he's busy bragging, all this other stuff. And Aemond is like, sitting here like,
call me. You don't summon me.
Don't summon me. And that's what he said. He dares summon me. And Tyland Lannister, his twin, is visibly uncomfortable and is later on tasked with meeting the Triarchy, which is an alliance of the eastern cities of Tyrosh, Myr, and Lys. All right.
That's the Lannister I thought had flirted with Rhaenyra, the one that's left behind and nervous because his brother acting a butt. I thought that was the Lannister that had tried to marry Rhaenyra. Sorry.
Have you noticed there's like twins running the Lannister?
Twins ain't they coming through? That's true. That's true.
I just picked up on that because I was like twin, and then Lannister, someone that's like a family thing. I don't know. Yeah, for sure. Let's keep in mind that Corlys Velaryon defeated the Triarchy and offed their leader, the Crab Feeder.
The Crab
Feeder. Yeah. So what Aemond wants to do is he wants to be allies. He wants to ally with the Triarchy and get them to attack Corlys's blockade, which is currently blocking trade and food to King's Landing, right? So he's trying to, strategize and, try to get Corlys out of there. Right. So for the most part, Aemond's council is saying that they're pirates who can't be trusted. Yeah. Alicent says that they should ally with the Iron Islands ruled by the Greyjoys, right? You gotta recall. Oh, she has 5 cents. Okay. But if you recall, the Greyjoys is crazy, like super cray-cray. Like, they're pirates, but like, And as a matter of fact, there's some history between Alicent and one of the Greyjoys. Now, in the book, from what I understand, he's 16 years old. I don't know how old, but he had proposed to marry Alicent. But Alicent, one, doesn't want to marry him. Alicent also doesn't want to have anything to do with that. I mean, she wants to strategize with him, but that's pretty much it.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. All right. So, Kristen. Okay, so they're talking about that, but pretty much they are going to go with the triarchy, from what I understand.
Okay.
At the same council meeting, Kristen advises that his army is weak, and he doesn't feel like they are like up to snuff to go back to Harrenhal or go to Harrenhal, and Aemond still sends him.
That's what he get for that plan at Rook's Rest or whatever. That's why your army's weak.
Yeah, it's weak. I mean, there's probably only 5 of them left. I mean, a lot of them were taken out. So that being said, he says now it's interesting because they had a bond. Remember, Aemond and Kristen,
they was strategizing. They was moving coins across the map. They was here.
Yeah,
but now
they're
not communicating so well anymore.
Nah. But if you'll notice, Aemond is pretty much pushing everyone away that will give him some opposition, because he's trying to get some things done.
Right.
He's trying to get some things done because his brother's stronger than what he ever thought. In my personal opinion, because he thought he was going to perish when he when he said Dracarys, he really thought his brother was going to perish. So the fact that he's up and breathing, not up and breathing, but you get what I mean.
Yes.
So he pretty much says, nah, you still going to Harrenhal. I don't care if you gotta take, your 5 soldiers in the kickstand, you still going. You still going. What are your thoughts about that part of the scene?
I think it just shows that now for Aemond, it's still going to me how he saw it in his head, which is why he was so good with going to Rook's Rest I can't say that it necessarily wasn't Aemond's plan to make Aegon into a lemon pepper wing, because Aegon actually wasn't supposed to show up. Aegon showed up. Aegon showed up.
Aegon looked like Netta face. Straight meatloaf.
Aegon was all flats, okay? Fried hard. But so I think it fell into like, this helped him even more just get Aegon out the way. But I think that Christian Cole did not know how much Aemond really was like, it's whatever when it comes to Aegon. Yeah. And so I think that part, more than even the army getting roasted by Vhagar or anything like that, I think it was Christian Cole seeing like, oh, you was gonna take your brother out. Yeah. And so I think that was a breakdown in a lot of what's going on now, when he's like, because Christian was ready to go, whatever it took to get the whore queen off the Christian was ready, but that thing with lemon pepper, I think it really.
Isn't that crazy that he won't call her a whore queen, but he was laying low, spreading it wide.
You did it before marriage. He was over there laying it low and spreading it wide with her just fine. She don't want to marry him, and now it's a problem.
And let's not forget about season 1.
Like, he almost on 2 decades of being mad. Like, shut up, sit down.
I mean, he finally got him something. He might need to be happy. Want to be happy? You need to be a little satisfied. But that being said, I digress.
Right? How you still mad, but you getting your rocks off?
You getting yours, right? Anyway, Larys volunteers himself as hand, and Aemond declines the offer. Otto will be the hand again.
That's true. He said, no, you fool. Go get my granddad. I was talking to you about being my hand. He was calling him all kinds of names. I ain't talking about you, but you can send a message to who I actually want. I was like, ooh, this is, ooh.
He said, take you and your foot, drag that John to the nearest telephone. Take you, your foot, and your rats that you can see through, and you send this message to Otto.
He said, go whisper to my granddad. I want him to come back and be the hand.
Oh my goodness. He said, Mr. Telephone Man. You gonna listen, he need to get it out. Listen, he didn't care.
Aemond said, get my granddaddy back, period.
Oh my Lord. He just said, I want my and he also said, yes, he's a little rigid, you know what I mean? And he'll give you a little opposition, but he even knows that he was sound counsel.
Which is so interesting because he didn't want Aemond to do any of the things that Aemond had a plan for, but when Aemond needed a hand, that's the first person he said, nah, bring him back. Bring family back.
Bring him back. Isn't that something? But yeah, he did call him all types of names. He left, Larys left with his tail tucked between his legs.
Ooh. And I'm like, Larys is conniving, Aemond, so I don't know if that was the way you wanted to handle it.
He ain't the one of the two. I'm telling you, he ain't the one of the two.
But they could fool you.
Look, and then here's what's crazy. So he removes Larys. He sends Kristen away. Now, he also removed his own mama. He removed his mama from the council. He removed his mama, right? So, in my opinion,
Are you probably gonna get to it later? When he visited his brother's room, are you getting that later?
I am actually. Okay. I'm going right over there. So in the next scene, Aegon wakes to his brother. I mean, he three sheets to the wind. I mean, he hides Jesus' feet on that scissor that they've been giving him. But he awakes to his brother standing over him, and Aegon, he's terrified of him. Like, let's think about it. Like, he's literally scared, and the fact that he's terrified of Aemond because Aemond betrayed and burned him at Rook's Rest. Aemond, he intimidates Aegon and hurts him. So I think he
leaned his whole body weight into his hand into the burned skin or something, right? Yes. And so obviously, even when you have to remove it, that's gonna hurt because now you done pressed into that raw skin. Oh,
okay. They took 11 layers of skin off of him. So I was
like, oh, and them rotted cabbage leaves are supposed to be doing something. I was like, oh, Jesus. Aemond, God dog, the boy he already laid up. Why you gotta lean into the wound? God dog.
Yo, them cabbage leaves probably be smelling like
he used the council ball. You right, dudes.
Yeah, he did use it. He's very scared of him. Do y'all think that the cabbage leaves smell like Wander's chitlin dressing?
I do. I feel like if that was sitting beside her other dishes lined up at that repast, nobody would even know. They'd be like, what? It smells like the rest of everything out here.
Smell like dressing. That's what it smells like. But that being said,
do you have a reason? Do you know? I want to know, why did he? I guess it was to show he had the ball. That's what it was. I got the votes. I am sitting in as. That's what it was. Okay, never mind. Because I was like,
when he pressed the ball into him. If you look at that last screenshot of the scene, it's an eye. It looks like an eye, which may be, pretty much some sort of show, like pretty much I got my eye on you, and I want to let you know I have my eye on you.
Oh, yeah. And like his mom said, how much will it take to make up for what happened to you? So also that having an eye on is like, if I can't get my real eye back, I got this thing with the eye on it, like, because it represents what I lost. And
it's very, very interesting. He pretty much tells him, not to tell anyone, and he goes and requests that Orwell can never say his name correctly, to keep him comfortable.
The maester,
like keep that scissor in that drip, that cabbage drip that's coming in. Keep that scissor coming. Okay, tell him to keep him comfortable. And pretty much, I believe so. Again, he won't drop a dime on him. He won't get bold now. But they say he's pretty much drugged, or rather, he's sleeping 9 hours.
9 out of 10, every 9 out of 10 hours. But I see when we get to episode 7,
right?
Clubfoot is trying to have it a different way. We're not going for that 9 out of 10 hours. It seemed like
it's funny to do with the black job. Shout out to all the people that got the good black jobs. Yeah, I love my black job. Listen, I love my black job.
love our
I love my black job. I don't know about y'all, but I love my black job. We saw a lot of black jobs.
Please do not take that to. We're not discussing presidential politics.
No, we're not. No politics.
That joke, and that's a funny joke. That's all, y'all. So
it's just a funny joke. It's just a funny joke, but no politics. We don't do any politics here. But shout out to all the people during the Olympics, by the way. They've been like getting goals left and right. So shout out to
somebody tweeted, they said, because it was a black girl that won fencing, and they said this is how it happened. They said black people don't pay attention to a sport, let a black person win, and we now interested in fencing. My hairstylist from back when I lived in Louisiana, her son was like college tuition paid for fencing. Nice. I was like, that's impressive. That's really cool. But yeah, but I love it for her.
I love it for all of them. She did the doggone thing. Apparently, isn't she a Harvard? She's in Harvard?
I have to look her up. I saw the highlight through Black Twitter, so I'm not sure.
So one of the ladies on the team she's actually in her residency. And it's just for the ladies. The ladies has been cleaning up with the golds and all the other. But anyway, that being said, sorry, y'all. Sorry, I got caught up. So in the next scene, Alicent is at Aegon's bedside where she apologizes for all she did. So this is montage of all she's going to Harvard. Like this whole montage of different things that, she's the different decisions and stuff like that she's made to get her son, like, the love, maybe even the love she hasn't shown. So she's just kind of reflecting. Mind you, she has no power. She got vetoed. She got kicked out of the.
That's all she can do now. I mean, I guess when you know the decisions you can make, you got time to sit beside the bed,
right,
and regret.
Yeah, she is a whole bunch of regret. She pretty much is apologizing, but he's asleep.
Yeah.
He ain't none of that. She busy, memories like the colors on my mind. He can't get any of that, right? Like he didn't hear any. At least we don't think he heard it. He might have heard it. Maybe he was in some sort of lucid state.
And maybe I don't know. I don't know if he'll care. But if she, we'll see. Because I agree with Francois. They're trying to recover him quicker than in the books. Mm-hmm. So maybe she'll be one of the ones that helps him get back to. Because it'd be better having him than Aegon. Maybe I don't know, or Aemond. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, but they. He is recovering quicker.
When your life is flashing before your eyes, you get a chance to actually think. I mean, maybe during them 9 out of 10 hours that he resting there, he's actually strategizing deep down on the inside.
Right.
Who is to know? Maybe it's the cabbage leaves. Who knows? But that being said, Larys visits Aegon later and advises him to stay mentally strong and to use his disability as an advantage.
Mm-hmm. He gave him a lot of food for thought, we'll say.
He gave him some food for thought, right?
Yeah.
And he does ask for Larys's help. So in the next scene, Alicent chats with her brother Gwaine and asks of her father Otto, hey, I can't reach him. Can you reach him? For the most part. And Gwaine says, you his favorite.
Oh, basically, like if you can't.
What you asking me for? He the one.
It seems like it's no love lost between Alicent and Gwaine. It seemed like, right? Gwaine kind of was annoyed.
He was kind of, but I think it's like he might even be at peace with it, kind of, sort of like. To me, it came off as you like it, I love it. Like,
okay,
he might have felt away a while ago, some time ago, maybe when she sent her own son over there with him.
Yeah.
Which is odd to me again, another wig readjustment, y'all. But that being said,
before you go on, I just want to say, y'all can't see it because the green screen's taking it out, but there's a girl in our neighborhood, little girl in our neighborhood, had a lemonade stand, and I know y'all can't see this cup, but I'm telling you what, it came with a whole top, the straw, there's fresh strawberries in the bottom of the cup. Oh, the camera's just gonna green screen it out, but I'm like, it was strawberry lemonade and it tasted so good. Like Mr. Trina said, it's better than Chick-fil-A. I'm like, girl, when is the stand coming back open? And why are these stands upgraded so much?
Oh my goodness. That was so, you put her on your stories too. That is so sweet.
I did. I said, oh my gosh.
These kids are different. These kids are very, very different. He said, you're not returning. Nah, I wouldn't return the calls either. Bye. You ain't even have to fight for me. You just let me roll on out.
She still didn't fight for him.
She didn't fight. She was just like, okay, well, maybe you can go here. He was like, I mean, I don't need your suggestions. I can go to Travel Advisor and find my own flights and go where I want to go. But that being said, Gwen reminds Alicent that she's his favorite and she asks about her 16-year-old son, Daemon. And
with the letters, she was like, he's not writing as much, and he was like, well, he's 16. Yeah. That may not be his interest now.
Right. I mean, but she also commented that she appreciates that he's maybe a better person than the children that were raised.
That stayed. That's true. That's true.
She seemed to be somewhat thankful that he's, I guess, somewhat human. We don't know that. It could be some residing deep down on the inside, and we don't even know about. It seems like kids, when they got that Targaryen blood in them, they're interesting. But he also has a dragon as well, just like Francois was just saying. That he does have a dragon, and he's going to be probably an essential piece to help out on Team Green. So I'm kind of fast forwarding just a little bit. Okay. Stefan Darkland, he got a little bit of Targaryen blood deep down on the inside.
I wrote his name down. Oh, Stefan. Oh, Stefan. Mm-hmm. Stefan Darkell. He didn't make it.
He didn't make it.
He didn't make it. Go ahead, sis.
Nah, he tried. He tried.
I served my queen. I'm gonna do my duty. And Seasmoke pump faked him. Seasmoke pump faked him. He was like, oh, everybody's breathing a sigh of relief, and Seasmoke said, just kidding. No, you're not the one. Or the two.
It was interesting because I saw one commenter, one recap I saw. He was saying it was interesting because he whispered a prayer that has something to do with the 7. And the fact that like you are in front of like a Targaryen, like this is like their world. Like they don't do that. They believe in everything.
The 7 aren't right. The 7 isn't their thing, right?
That's not their thing.
It's not okay. Yeah.
Thing. So it's like one of them things where like, so you saying a prayer and he burned like a hot link.
And one of the dragon tamers burned too. Yeah, it was over.
Bad. I was like, oh. So my question to you in the chat is, why do you believe that he wasn't a match?
Also, I do like how they slow rolled this because they went to just the highborns in the records first. Right. They weren't thinking about the other children that weren't highborn at first. So I love that they disregarded who else it could be and went straight for the highborns, and it's still just knocking down their belief system of have to be noble. It's nothing about that. Apparently the dragon got to accept you or it don't.
Yeah. I wonder if it has to do something with, there has to be a combination of things.
I think so. Personality. I think the dragons have their own personality, so I feel like it's that. I don't know how far down the line he was and if that would matter, but maybe not, because maybe Adam also was far down the line compared to where his mom, and then so I don't know, but yeah, I think it's a combination. I don't think it's one thing.
Yeah, and again, shout out to Trending at some point here. She is still doing her fundraiser for travel. Okay. Our girl is going to be traveling. They're going to be taking Giggles on the road, from what I understand. And that requires coins. All right. So make sure that if you do, if you want to, please, $10 per entry, make sure that you go ahead and, you spend more than that. It's awesome.
And it is some cute little prizes too. There's a package prize, so you get all the things.
Absolutely. So shout out to Nightbot there. I just think it may be a combination of things, and I think they have to choose you. It has to be a good match, right? Just like a good counselor, you can't just go to anybody. It just is what it is, right? Let's see here. Yeah, and it might be fear. It might be fear when you think about it. Okay.
Maybe, but child, Adam was scared too.
Yeah, he was.
I'm gonna wait. I'm waiting.
I like it. We are going to Baltimore Celtigar. He's a Valyrian. He's blaming Rhaenyra. He's yelling at her, and then she just goes and smacks down on him. Like,
oh, she smacked him and said, "I'm sorry,
right,
for letting you think that you could talk to me like that." I said, "Oh, not the I'm sorry you thought you could." She gave him the black woman.
I'm the head in charge. Like, she just
and then he did that thing, when you fall and you look around, see if anybody else see you fail, and then they did see him get hit. He did that thing. He looked around like, yeah, we saw.
They were like this.
Yeah.
They right on around. They said, nope.
I'm sorry for leading you to believe to not fear me anymore.
Hey, I like it. Yeah, he did. FAFO for sure. In walks Mysaria. While Rhaenyra's holding a knife. Rhaenyra also sends letters to the Vale because soldiers, like, where are they? Like, they're none to be found. Like, I gave you these 2 little baby dragons, and yeah, that was crazy all to itself. But like, where are the soldiers? You said you was going to accept it, you didn't. Where are the soldiers, right? Outside, Jace is, he hotter than the heat of 1,000 suns because he's not being included in a lot of the plans between him and Mysaria. And then he advises that dragons are needed, not soldiers. I think it's a combination of both.
I think it's a combination for sure. Because you need the tactics, you need the strategy, you need
right. I mean, you got to come up. You got to come at it from a whole lot of different areas, right? And later on, she confides in Mysaria, and they swapping stories, and
they started swapping other things. Yeah. I said, oh, this was for me. That was unexpected because I hadn't read the book, so if that happened in the book, I didn't know. I was like, oh my god, unexpected, but I get it because who else can they trust? I totally actually kind of get it.
Good point, Review Hour. Shout out to you, by the way. Hey to all the content creators that are stopping by. But yes, I mean, it's not in the book from what I understand.
Okay. Because I was like,
anything's possible.
Do you, boo?
Yeah. I agree with you, Cece. I think he was Jace helped out a lot with, some other odds and ends from some folks that really didn't want anything to do with Team Black, to be honest with you. So I do agree. Yeah. But that being said,
I just want to say my fear is that he's going to be irrational because he's going to be tired of being dismissed. That's where I hate it if he makes a bad decision because he just wants to prove himself and all this other stuff.
So back to the smooch. I believe a part of that has to do with something with her having this identity crisis. No one's listening to her as a woman. And you know what I mean? They both may have issues with men. And it might just be some sort of bonding connection. Not saying that they ain't down with Swirl. I just saying, it was just, it was
some other things that led to the intimate moment to even. I agree. I definitely feel like they can identify with each other in different.
They can identify. Men have done them wrong all of their lives, so there is a bond there. Will there be something else after that? Who knows? I mean,
right.
I mean, Daemon ain't answering her phone call, so I mean, where's she gonna get a smooch from? I don't know.
Right.
It is. Whatever.
I mean, that's the obvious. The obvious front thing is that they're probably bi, but we're talking about how they may have even discovered they might be bi is the thing. Like, there's been no other women for Rhaenyra before this woman. Like, I don't know the history for a White Worm, but so yes, face value. Obviously, they could be bi. That's fine.
I mean, it goes without saying, and I think all of them are.
Oh, she got a different female in the book.
I just think all of them are. I just think they freaky deaky. I mean, just like Chef done named, this is the house of whores, right? It's the house of whores. Hello, Big Sis Peaches. Thank you for being here. So on Driftmark, Corlys has Alyn join him on his ship as first mate. This is a huge opportunity for Alyn, which could bring wealth and social status to him. And Adam says that Corlys might even make Alyn an heir to the House Valerian, Lord of Driftmark. But Alyn is reluctant. He's reluctant. Okay. Corlys has never acknowledged him. Has never acknowledged that Alyn and Adam are his his kids, his blood. You know what I mean? He hasn't done it outwardly yet. If you recall, he he won't do it.
You got to think about the future beyond us making more kids.
Right.
He was not listening until he lost Rhaenys.
Until he lost Rhaenys. And I think he's still feeling some of the shame from that as well, knowing that there was some pieces that led up to that. Like he was laying low and spreading it wide with, people where, on Driftmark and other places. He's never acknowledged them, and Adam is frustrated while Corlys gives Alyn a job. Adam is ignored. He's ignored, and I don't know if it has anything to do with the silver hair / black hair, but in the books, Rhaenys is black haired. She's not silver haired. It's on the show that she's silver haired, but in the book she's not. But she's still Targaryen. So
I wonder, maybe because Alyn's the one that pulled him out of the water. Maybe that's why Alyn's just he had gotten the most attention. Maybe that's what it was.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe he sees some. Yeah, I mean, maybe he owes his life to him. I would imagine, but yeah, However, in the next scene, let's just end it. Let's just seal this, John. In the next scene, here goes Seasmoke. It's just a flying.
Seasmoke. Yes, this is why I think it's not this intimidation and fear thing. Like maybe it is in some of the connections depending on the dragon's characteristics, but for Seasmoke, I think he felt something extra close because Adam is right. I can't call his name. Corlys' son, the one that ran away but faked his unaliving. That's his half brother. So I think that has something to do with it. I think this is the other thing about characteristics. When we get to episode 7 and Ulf the White, and you see how that was a little more funny versus how when we get there, but how the other one got to his dragon. I feel like there's a personality match too in these dragons and their dragon seed. I feel like it's complicated. I don't feel like it's just this. It's so straightforward.
I think it's
Laenor. Thank you, Cece. Laenor. Yeah, I think he felt a connection through him because Seasmoke was been lonely. He wanted Laenor, and then to have Adam, I think that was really.
They do kind of have the same sort of zhuzh about them.
It's something. And Seasmoke went looking for him. So, yeah.
Well, good point there, Persephone.
Come on. Yes, Persephone. Yes, thank you. Seasmoke was like, I know where my person is. Stop bringing me these losers. I know.
I still feel bad for Stefan. Like he was well done on both sides. Like I feel bad.
And he was just like, I'm willing to try to serve my duty. He really was trying. It's kind of bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you think we won? Like I was gonna let you but you had to go and act like I owed you this. Like it could be B1. He pump faked him either way. He lulled that man. He lulled him into a false sense of security. I can see your point of view. But yeah.
I think that's a good point. And I like this arc that it's creating, where it's like you're trying to prop up this one, and there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with Alyn. There's nothing wrong with him. He seems to be a stand-up guy, an honorable guy, even.
But, the older brother, Alyn?
Yeah.
Okay.
He seems to be a good guy, and I think that he would be an excellent lord of Driftmark. I think he'll be excellent.
Yeah, he will. He said he saw him see. He know. Okay, I got a question for you about Alyn, but August's comment did get me just now because that's hilarious. I can't. Seasmoke asked Adam, "I'd like to talk to you about your extended warrants." The way he. I love a good sense of humor, August. I love a good sense of humor.
Oh my goodness.
But I was gonna say with Alyn, because in the books, he gets burnt trying to go get goat sheep stealer sheep. And I wonder if he's going to change his mind because he told Corlys, "No, thank you. I'm salt and sea." Right. I wonder if he's still gonna try on the show to still go claim a dragon still. That's what I'm wondering. Are they gonna follow that or not?
Are there any left?
Yeah, they haven't, because the one that I want, is it Lena? Is it Lena? Lena, the one that hasn't gotten her dragon yet? Yes. I want her to get sheep stealer. Right. And I feel like I'm not saying the name right, but I want her to get that one. Yes. But in the book, I think Alyn goes to try to tame the sheep stealer, but it doesn't work.
Yes.
He gets he survives, but he gets burned up real bad.
He gets burned up.
I want Rhaenyra. Wait, no, I thought Rhaenyra. Well, hold on, now I gotta look at the tree, because I thought Rhaenyra was the one that already had hers.
Okay, let me go to mine. So
it's too many names. I'm so sorry.
Rhaenyra has Cyrax, Daemon Caraxes, Baela Moondancer.
Oh, Baela. Yeah, so it's Baela and Rhaenyra then? Because I kept thinking of I don't know why I kept thinking of Elena. There's probably not even Elena that exists. Okay, my bad. So Rhaenyra doesn't have her dragon yet. Thank you. I'm so sorry. It's Rhaenyra. And I'm hoping she gets the sheep stealer, because they said there's a character named Nettles that they hint to, but Nettles most likely won't be in the show. And that was the one that had the sheep stealer, I guess. So
Cece, we're jumping ahead a little bit, but they showed Nettles' hut. That little hut thing by the water, and I wonder if they're trying to kind of combine Rhaenyra and Nettles into one.
Right, because they said they're kind of giving some characteristics of Nettles in other people, because they're not going to necessarily have Nettles in the show. That's what I was seeing. Yeah. So
Baela has Moondancer. All right, y'all ready for part 2? We're gonna make it do what it do. So we got episode.
Wait! Before you go, okay. I just want to say the way that Seasmoke stalked up to Adam was so cool. I love that. I was basically screaming in my seat when they got to that last part. I wanted to see him actually like take his first ride on Seasmoke and stuff too. But I'll take what I can get. But I love that.
I loved it too. I mean, for the most part, I like the fact that even though Adam he's upset, like think about it, he just like kind of left that whole situation. He's upset. He ain't getting shows, right? He ain't getting shows. He kind of felt like the ugly duckling. And now you got like a whole dragon coming in and just sniffing you out. He trying to run. He trying to duck and hide. And here comes Seasmoke.
Yeah.
He got chose. Like literally got chose. Like you gonna take me.
He got chose. That was so cool.
He wasn't gonna leave that piece of beach without him at all.
He wasn't. He was like, today is the day. I've been throwing hints. Come on, Adam. Come on. I loved it.
I done sent you smoke signals and everything. Right. Like, I literally done burnt people to a crisp. Okay. He's like, wait, look at Alf. Look at Alf. She's funny.
Seasmoke was looking at Adam like, my man.
I've been looking for you. I've been around the world and he was looking for his baby. Oh my goodness. Well, we all happy for Adam, right?
Yeah, we're happy. I think we're all happy. Even every review I watched, I think everybody's like just really happy for Adam.
Yeah.
Not I'm your ride. Why you run?
Why you running? Right.
Why are you running?
I'm your ride. Like I'm an old dragon. You know what I mean?
Top favorite scene. If I'm asked a long time from now, what is one of my favorite scenes from this season? It's going to be Seasmoke finding Adam. That's gonna be one of my favorites.
Yeah, I like it. And my favorite, although it's gonna be bittersweet, is another person getting chose.
Bittersweet. Hold on. Did it happen already? Like between these 2 episodes?
No, it's bittersweet because in the books they end up doing something different.
Oh
yeah, girl, broke my heart. So last week we saw Adam of Hull track down, search. He was searching. He was in the daylight with a flashlight looking for Adam. Seasmoke was right, so he got chose, right. And in the opening of last week's episode, Rhaenyra confronts Adam, and she learns that he has no idea what's going on, and he don't know what's going on. He just look.
I just want to ride the dragon and serve. I got Seasmoke, but I don't want no smoke. You know,
like, I don't want no smoke from you.
No, Adam was like, I'm here for y'all. He just so happy to have a purpose. He has a dragon. I am glad that Rhaenyra didn't drag it too long, that he's not highborn. And I love that she can recognize your strong boys technically ain't highborn either if we're going off this rule. So so I'm glad she got off that.
She's still trying to massage the idea in her head that it can't be a full-blooded or somebody that's half Targaryen or any of the above.
Because even when she went back to look for the scrolls, White Worm was like, "Hey, you going back to these scrolls? That's not it. That's not where you need to be looking."
Yes, it's funny. Creeping up with every little step.
They were the dragons. Oh, I love the dragon sounds. I know we're gonna get to the more of the dragons, but them creeping up in that sand, and I was like appreciating the digital effects that they had to do, because that takes detail when the sand got to react to something that ain't actually there. So I shout out to the effects people too, because that takes a lot of time. I was appreciating everything, but them creeping up on each other, like, what's happening, what's going on, because like, no, I found my person, so you ain't about to take them away from me, so I will fight for this. I loved it. I love that. I
love the connection. I love that Seasmoke wasn't trying to have no smoke in his dragon, you know what I mean? Like, it was like you can tell he's like
I love Persephone say, "Hey Cyrex, look at my man."
my man. But that being said, but I do believe that there has to be a really like a great connection. There are some similarities between Laenor and Adam. I can see they have like a really kind of sweet spirit about themselves.
That's what I see.
Daddy, yes, I get it. I totally get it. So it was pretty cool. And I, pretty much he didn't want to hug. He like, listen, I just need some love. My daddy don't want me. This dragon, this whole dragon wants me. Now, do you want me? Because the dragon wants me. Right. And I ain't dumb enough. I'm smart enough to know that you're a whole queen, right? So I'm just gonna take it real quick and say, let's make it happen, right?
Right.
He's very keen on serving her, and even more excited by the prospect of his deadbeat dad, because he is a deadbeat dad, acknowledging him, right? So this might be an avenue that he'll get what he actually wants. Now, he's sweet, but in my opinion, and between you, Trendon, and the chat, he still has some ambitions that Adam, that Alyn doesn't have.
Yeah, I think so. Because Adam, this whole time, been trying to push him, like, take what's being offered. We don't have to keep being like this. I'm tired of eating whatever they kept eating, fish soup or whatever. Like, hey, yes, I think Adam he's ready to claim whatever his destiny is.
Right. Good point, Alf MC. He's like, listen, all I knew is his name was Dragon. All I knew is that, like, he was up on me. He chose me. I'm going to ride this dragon, right? Oh my goodness. But that being said, I think that there are some ambitions that the brothers, they have different ambitions. And
they have very different personalities and ambitions. I think Alyn would have been good just getting the "thank you for saving my life" acknowledgement. Whereas Adam's like, I mean, that's cool, but they have different personalities for sure.
They showed the scene of him shaving his head. So he's always had the marker of the silver hair. True. So he always had that constant reminder that this blood is deep down in my veins. Ulf, which you will see later on, he's always had this silver hair, but then there was always this trepidation, like, that's what they told me. That's what my mama told me, but I ain't sure, because just like I'm a fool, my mom a fool too. You know
I feel like that's the thing. I only feel Ulf felt his trepidation once they were like, "Hey, you can actually go claim a dragon now."
Yeah.
Other than that, they was like, "You've been out here taking these free drinks," and I think Ulf got scared when he was like, "I gotta prove it, like, for real. I can't just talk about it."
You gonna have to show me that. You tell me, bruh. That's what they said, bruh. Literally, bruh. So his brother, Alyn Hall, who proudly tells his father, "I am of salt and sea. I yearn for nothing more." So that's Alyn. That's Alyn's heart. only to be met with a half behind nod, like
typical Corliss.
Yeah, cool. All right, you got
He needs
dragged.
to do more. Corliss, we got a lot of ground to cover. Can you come on? We need more than this.
He's insufferable. I think I think he has issues, man issues. He's always been what they call a consort. What do they call it? Like he's always been kind of second to his wife.
Yeah.
So he's always felt like he had to prove himself. I mean, but think about it. In the books, from what I understand, Corliss has lived the most rich life, like the richest of lives. Like he's been
land. Sea snake. What do they call him? What's his nickname? Yeah,
he's been everywhere, and he's rich. Like they are rich, like rich.
In the books, they rich because I think did they allude to they not as rich in the show?
They're not as rich as the Lannisters,
okay,
and a few other families, but they got the coin. Like, I think season 1 they alluded to the fact that they're always asking them for money. Like they're, you know what I mean. The Viserys and all of them are always asking for money. No, I didn't see that, dudes, but that's pretty dope. But that being said, pretty much he was like, that's nice, well done. Sea Snake tells him curtly. He was real curt with that. We already kind of gave our thoughts about that. I think he has a serious problem. He doesn't want to admit that he has, bastard children. All of them do. Y'all all did that. Y'all fresh. Y'all real fresh.
Yeah, he got to come on. We need him to speed it up. Let's go.
To, come online, because meanwhile they're plotting and planning to take you out with the triads or whatever they call. But that being said, all right. So well, ready or not, we're gonna move along to the dragon seeds. Right, these are the misbegotten offspring of the houses Targaryen, Valerian, Rhaenyra's army of bastards.
Army of bastards.
Yes. Real quiet. Thank you. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. They armed.
Oh, yeah, ready to pull up, ready to.
Wow. Good point. I love that review hour. Oh, thanks for being here, TP. Yeah. Well, okay, so somebody brought up a good point. Rhaenys, from what I understand from the books, and I forgot who it was, please make yourself known. She was a firecracker and very jealous. And she wasn't as soft as she is in the show. In the show, she was like she was in season 1, but all of the time. As a matter of fact, Corliss had to go around the world, in order to prove his love for her, doing all types of things to prove that he's the same.
They should have either made his response something better than they did in the show, or kept her as a firecracker, because his response doesn't make sense when she's like, I know this is your child, it's good, you gotta think about the future, and then you make him have the same response as if he'd have as her character in the book. So that's the only thing. Then I just wish they had it, because he get on our nerves because his response don't make sense.
It's like your girl, she done gone to glory. She done gone to Valyrian glory. Like she's, literally, I don't know, at the bottom of Rook's Rest, right? You know what I mean? She Rook's Rest food. I don't know. She with the rest of the peoples. So you can come out now. I mean, come on out.
He's slowly. That's the thing. His pace is slow because he is slowly doing it. He tried to get. I'm about to do it again. Is it Baela?
Yeah.
He tried to get Baela. Baela said, "Baby, no. I'm what did she say? Fire and blood. What did she say? And I'm not Salt and Sea. And then now he's kind of promoting Alyn a little bit or something. I don't know. We'll see. But he's moving too slow.
I mean, he finally comes on the scene as Hand.
Mm-hmm. He did accept that.
He accepted that, so that's awesome. I mean, I guess, but I don't know if I would trust him as Hand. He is not a fan of Rhaenyra, in my opinion. He's not a fan. He's not a fan of any of them because he feels like he should be king. Quite frankly,
yeah,
he should be king. I mean, and if they would have selected, Rhaenys, then I guess he probably would have. Maybe, I don't know how that would have gone.
Still close, but he still would have been second to her. So I don't know.
or at least his children, or maybe he would.
Maybe he is about the legacy. So yeah, it was probably more about his children getting the throne.
Yeah,
than him thinking that. Yeah, I can see that.
I get it. He feels like he's second rate, but just be the sea snake. Just be who you are. Listen, this is just a PSA. Listen, God made you just who you are. Be okay with that. All right. He made no mistakes. All right. That's the end of my PSA for today. Right? I was about to say another person's name from LAMH, but I ain't gonna do that. But that being said, y'all remember my "You Ain't That Girl" speech. Trader, you might need to resurrect. You ain't that girl. I actually had to get on camera that day. I was like,
you did. He's like, you ain't that girl.
She's still not that girl.
She's not.
But that being said, all right. So this is the army of bastards, and that her son Jacaerys is so bent out of shape about. He's feeling some sort of way. He's feeling second rate because you know what I mean. He's just
like now it's a threat to. Like if I can't be highborn and have dragons, and now everybody can have dragons,
right?
Excuse me, y'all.
Where do I fit? Where do I fit? Oh Lord, her in the season lady is done started.
Yeah, he's like, where do I fit? Because that's the only thing I had left to hang on to because they already was, calling us names and all this other stuff.
He was it Strongborn? I'm trying to remember.
Stormborn.
Yep. Strongborn. And he's upset about that. It's funny. He's so bent out of shape. You see, he knows full well that he too is a part of that army of bastards, right?
Right.
It's a matter of skin pigment. He ain't almost see-through like the rest of these jokers, right? His fathers are strong, not a Valyrian. And his only real claim to legitimacy is that he's a dragon rider. That is his only claim, right? And something that the dragon riders threaten. So those dragon riders, these dragon seeds are a threat to his claim and his validity. I mean, forget about the fact that his mama is queen. He just
right. She still said who she named. She named you.
That's funny. He's a Bastion chief. He's the chief of the Basts. Oh my Lord, I love that dude. So I'm gonna have to steal that. So, but Rhaenyra, while sympathetic, has no choice. She doesn't. In the end, thanks to the whispering of Rhaenyra's underpaid and overqualified handmaid.
Underpaid and overqualified.
An overqualified handmaiden. It might be her side, John. Shout out to Philly, her side piece.
And she needs a seat at that table.
She was her lover and her secretary. Who knows?
Lover and your secretary. You better promote that woman, Rhaenyra.
Give her a raise. Get that child a raise. She done found the dragon seeds. The rest of the dragon seeds make their way to Dragonstone, where Vermithor and Silverwing await. All right, and fire. Lots of fire. Lots of fire, lots and lots and lots of fire.
Oh,
people, the dragon tamers, they were sitting there like,
right. I can't stand up.
They was.
I mean, they said, "F this." I honestly wasn't sure how Vermithor was going to act with Rhaenyra, let alone the other ones. Now, here's my thing. I didn't know who was going to be matched up with who. I wanted to kind of have that little surprise for myself. But I said Vermithor is a Hugh dragon. If I ever saw one, I feel like that one is Hugh. I was like, I don't know who Ulf is going to because I didn't know about Silverwing. Like, I didn't know that was who else was going to be waiting. But, I said, oh, that's a huge dragon right there. But I was like, Vermithor, you about to burn the actual rider. That's your rider. Calm down. Yes, then people was like, bye.
He was like,
Vermithor. Look, this is what all the other dragons see. They was like, look, this is what they said. Oh my God, my background is just messing all my jokes up. God, dog, but yes, they was like, we out. We're done. We're done.
When Ulf jumped off the side.
I said he done broke off back. Who off gonna run?
He stopped, drop, and roll. He listened to the PSAs back in the day in school. He stopped, drop, and roll real quick.
Oh, and then Vermithor out there just having a whole barbecue buffet. I'm like, Vermithor, this is disrespectful. You burn them up, then you eating them. Vermithor, yeah, like you ain't got no food at the house. Oh my God, this is so disrespectful. How you and me and Mr. Trenton was like, now how he not eating another dragon's almost future rider? That's what we was like, hey.
So when he was like,
no, when they put that first dragon seat up, I said, now come on, y'all.
Oh my goodness.
Why y'all do that to that boy? The one that they put up first. I said, all right. Now I ain't saying he couldn't have a dragon, but I said we know the storyline and y'all wrong for this. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my goodness. The way he didn't waste no time.
He didn't. And I was like, so, okay, going into it, just like, I don't know if I'm overthinking this, but I'm like, did Vermithor, because he had sniffed Hugh when they were still up on that ledge. He had sniffed Hugh, in my opinion. Yeah. But I think he was making Hugh prove a little bit more level of bravery to be worthy of being on his back, because he's the largest. Yeah. Because he's bigger than Vhagar, from what I understand. Yeah. I think he was like, nah, I'm going to need you to 10 toes down, stand here. And so I was glad how Hugh ended up being able to be like, I'm ready, let's go. Hugh had all them teeth out. Let's go.
Oh my, they were hungry though. They might have been hungry. That's why it's called the sowing of seeds, because you know, and they can vet who was lying and who was telling the truth. There might have been just some, or again, it goes back to the match piece of it. But I think that Vermithor was scouting, like you said, scouting out Hugh from the beginning.
Yeah, I think when that head passed over, I said, oh, he sniffed Hugh. He sniffed him. But apparently Hugh got to do a little bit more than just get sniffed though. But I was like, he in this crowd.
That thing had me on stun. They listen. They just wanted to make. They said, you know what? Forget about the rare meat tonight. We're going for well done.
We'll go eat the water soup. It's okay.
We just gonna make them well done.
Yeah.
Now, so many of the potential riders are slain by Vermithor until Hugh stands up and makes his bold claim. So if you recall, Vermithor kind of had that lady. It was a lady.
Oh. The lady was about to be gone.
Yeah, she's about to be gone. She's about to meet, King, whatever the Valerian Jesus is.
Right.
She was about to meet him. We was about to sing "Take Me to the King" like we did with the Red Queen. But that being said, it was over for her. But Hugh came in and pretty much said, "Hey, get me, come get me, come get me," and he just, Vermithor was like, my man, I was waiting.
And they said, oh, I was like, okay. When Vermithor gave that little dragon expression, I said, okay, Vermithor, claim your rider too. Yeah. I love this.
Yeah, Vermithor was hungry, man. He was hungry. Yeah. He was hungry, third day hostage hungry. Like he was real hungry. He said, look, you gonna waste my time with these fools down here.
I love that. Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I got me a meal. So now, okay, soon enough, Ulf is on the joy ride above King's Landing with his foolish.
Wait, before the joy ride, we gotta talk about how Ulf got to his dragon.
Yes. So didn't he jump down in the crevice?
So he kind of got knocked down. In my opinion, that was Vermithor that knocked him down. He fell, got knocked down. But then he had ran into a different area and he tripping over liquids. And I think he stepped on an egg. I think he accidentally cracked one of them eggs. I was like, oh no, because now I don't know how your dragon gonna feel if your dragon down here. But yeah, I think because it was gooey, I think he stepped on an egg. It was other eggs, thank God, but I think he stepped on one. But then his dragon woke up, because you could see it when he first came in. It was blending with the background, but you could see the wing and stuff. Yeah. And then Ulf's face when he was holding that torch, and then he was finally like, oh my God, I'm about to die. But he still turned around, and then his dragon nudged him and knocked him over, nudged him. I said, look, it's a personality thing, because Ulf is a more comical character. Yes, and they said also outside of this show, the guy that plays Ulf has played more comical stuff. So I like that personality thing that the dragons have with their riders.
Right.
Oh, egg patch, but not on the egg. Thank you, August. I was like, oh, why you stepped on your dragon's egg? Okay, thank you.
But he's saying something different. He did stop in an egg. Either way, and to the point, it did remind me of Aliens. That's one of my favorite movies, by the way.
I can't watch Aliens. I'm having nightmares. I don't know how I'm able to watch House of the Dragon. Movies. I think it's because if I ever dream of a dragon, that's why I got Dreamfire behind me, because I do have very vivid dreams. So I was like, when Here for Hot Tea let me go ahead and have Dreamfire, I appreciated that a lot. But the only reason I think I'm not scared of House of the Dragons and seeing the dragons is because I think in my dream, if I ever see them, I will be riding them versus they're trying to kill me. Yeah. But that's why I can't watch Alien. I can't watch none of these Jaws. I can't watch Jurassic Park.
You know what? Jurassic Park is good.
That's how bad I am. That's how bad
I am. The book is good. You have to read the books.
I'll try to read the book. I can do that. But
yeah, you're a lady girl. You were really like the books. The books are so much better than the movies, to be honest with you. Thank you for pointing this out, Persephone, because apparently, didn't she turn out to be a madam?
Hugh's mom.
Yes.
Yeah, because she was the king that kept the peace forever. I think that was his daughter, and she was laying it low, spreading it wide, and he was like, mm-mm. And they said that also she had possibly been sent. Well, one way she had been sent to the Silent Sisters, and she ran away from them. And the other one was talking about she went to the east to just go to the pleasure houses. And then here she just went to Flea Bottom to be in the pleasure houses or something. But yep.
She was
Hey, Divine Virtuous.
Hello, Divine. How are you? Listen, I thought he stepped in the patch, but not necessarily the egg.
I hope not. That's fine. I hope he didn't step on no egg.
I'll take hard up for dragons now.
Right. So that's fine. I'll take that. I will take it.
Yeah, his mom. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Well, listen.
That was Daemon and Viserys' dad. Wasn't that their dad that kept the peace forever?
I think so.
They had other siblings, and she was the one that she was a wild child.
She was a wild child. She said, "I'm gonna do it my way." Yeah. So meanwhile, Ulf takes the White takes a very different approach. Hugh may be brave and tough, but Ulf is a coward, and that's kind of why I'm sad, right? As evidenced by his reluctance to even go to Dragonstone in the first place, a decision born of peer pressure more than
anything. Was peer pressure. Yeah, I agree.
More than anything, as he runs from Vermithor's cavern of unaliving, he steps right into his own pile of dragon dung. So it might have been dragon dung and Silverwing's loving embrace, right? So he's running away from Destiny, and like Destiny pretty much chose him and said,
Destiny chose him anyway. Now, is he going to? I heard possibly he switches sides.
He does. That's what I'm saying.
No!
Not only does he switch sides, Hugh does too, from what I understand.
No, not Hugh.
Yeah. From what I understand. Please correct me. Please correct me in the chat, but I believe both of them actually switch sides.
Didn't Hugh even get the little dog from Cheese? Remember that dog? Didn't that dog?
I think he did get the dog.
Please tell me not. I heard the rumor about Ulf, but I can't accept it if Hugh switches sides. Yeah. That's gonna be hard.
Now, while I wait, because Hugh feels away because his daughter passed, and Hugh feels like they owe me something. My mama is Targaryen, my daddy Targaryen. I was denied. Yeah, they did. Yep, switch later due to lack or recognition. So lack on Hugh's side, and maybe both lack meaning no money and recognition. Both of them wanting. He's always wanted to be recognized. Hugh has. He's a good guy to a certain extent, but then when he finally got on that dragon, it went to his head.
Dang.
Yeah, both of them switched sides. That's why I said I'm sad, because like for me, one of my favorite scenes was seeing Hugh kind of. First of all, I think Hugh looked good, right?
Y'all forget. Look, 41 the terrace is in heat. Husband deployed. Y'all, no, I'm kidding.
Listen, fair warning. Look,
there's some people I definitely I'm like.
It's kind of sad when you think about it. because it would have been nice for him to have been continue to be Team Black, but Ulf is just a coward, period. He's just a coward. Oh, so he's 50-50. It was more peer pressure. Oh, okay. See, I would have thought it would have been more Ulf than Hugh. Oh, we sad about this. We
I am sad. I'm more sad about Hugh because I was prepared about Ulf, but I am devastated about Hugh.
Yeah, I agree. This makes me, let me see. Oh. Well, that's a good point. I mean, I'm wondering why they left that out, CC. All right. But I mean, and it would have made a good point. I guess maybe they did thought that they would get more recognition, but like that's not really smart thinking.
No, because Aemond's cruel.
Yeah.
Honestly, most of them on the greens is kind of cruel.
They are kind of cruel. So I'm going to try to wrap this up so I can drop the link in the chat, so just in case anybody wants to come up. So now Team Black has the following list of dragons and riders. I include Daemon because even though he's trying to raise his own army, he's still an asset to Rhaenyra and her cause. So Rhaenyra has Syrax, Daemon has Caraxes, Baela has Moondancer, Jace has Vermax, Hugh Hammer has Vermithor, Ulf the White, Silverwing, and Adam of Hull, Seasmoke.
Okay.
So that's the
current. We're still waiting on my girl. I don't care.
Yeah, I want her to have I do. I'm so
disappointed right now.
I am too.
Before you're dropping the link, are you going into talking about Aemond flying?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. But there's one more dragon to enter the fold of Team Black, a wild winged beast up in the Vale, where Rhaena is currently at. We only see her briefly, the last episode, as she and Rhaenyra and Daemon's young sons are sent packing from the Eyrie by a stern lady, Aaron. So she was
like, get the F out.
You see how she was looking? Like she was like,
okay,
and keep it pushing. Now, if Rhaena does mount the wild dragon known as Sheep Stealer, because it's still sheep's, it would be a pretty major but very understandable departure from the book.
Yeah,
because it belonged to Nettles. Nettles,
right? Nettles
was the one who was Sheep Stealers. But from what I understand, now maybe this goes in other books. Nettles had no blood, so maybe they're still trying to have those links to the dragon seeds versus anybody riding dragons. So maybe Neville makes sense. I don't know. I'm not the writers of the show.
Right.
Yeah, she is stone cold. She a mean mama jamma. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna want more later on, and I guess that'll probably be for next season, which will be in 2025. By the way, so
I'm like, I would have let them have titles though.
I wouldn't let them have titles either. You gonna ride this dragon so you can eat?
No, I was gonna say I would give them a title. Yeah, that's fine.
I think they would. They'll have titles regardless. But what I mean by that is they want something higher. Like people like Hugh. In the background, he's been poor. His child has passed. His wife is, always in his ear about food.
But I will say this, Hugh, I feel like Hugh would have been a good knight or a good whatever thing he put his mind to. I just feel like he would have been good at it. Like, it wouldn't be like you give it to an idiot. He's not an idiot. Like,
Okay.
I feel like they missed the opportunity.
Sir Kristen Cole was a good knight, too.
Yeah,
we ain't even gonna touch that one. So a change is going to come. The other main storyline this week takes place in that dreary Heron Hall, that haunted castle. A question for the chat. I'm tired of the hallucinations, right? So we know the witch is real. She's real, right? She's a real person. We know that Larys can't stand her, right? He don't want to go back to Heron Hall. He can't stand her. He didn't get along with her. But I'm so tired of hallucinations. What about you, Trent? What about y'all, chat?
I'm like, David, if you don't wake the hell up and thinking that, why would you think? What this doesn't even make sense to me that Daemon would suspect the older man for doing this versus the weird woman that keeps following him everywhere. Like,
goodness.
Come on. This doesn't even make sense. He's sharper than this. So that's what's getting on my nerves is who he suspects is, doing stuff to his food or drink or whatever. And then he got all the werewood around you anyway. So that's not helping. But are we talking about the Riverland Oscar Tully too? Are we talking about that?
Yes.
Okay.
So, so we'll just have to hoof it through, right? Because he's just gonna keep on hallucinating. I don't get it. So, Daemon's quest to unite the Riverlands has been a bit of a bust until now, right? Mm-hmm. Thankfully, old Grover Tully has gone to glory, and his grandson Oscar. Okay, remember we got Oscar and all the Sesame Street names, right?
Sesame Street Tullys, yeah.
All the Tullys, they all Sesame Street characters. So he's now in charge, right? So Oscar seems somewhat meek, right? He was somewhat meek when we first
seemed he seemed it at first. I was impressed later. No.
But looks can be quite deceiving. Now he got cojones of steel right now, right? Basically telling the River Lords that while he doesn't like Daemon, the scumbag, his grandpa did swear an oath that and Riverlanders are not oath breakers, even if Daemon is a big jerk with a stupid face.
Come on, Oscar.
And I was just sitting there like, bravo, like right in his face. Like everybody was looking at him like, you gonna let him talk? You gonna let that they didn't even look down.
Oscar put some bass in his voice.
Hey. Yo, Trenton, he stood up and was like,
right. He had to adjust himself. I said, Oscar was ready. Oscar just said, I wasn't gonna take my granddaddy out, but I'm ready when the time comes.
He gonna put 20. Listen, Oscar said, listen.
And Oscar said, oh, y'all mad about how the Blackwood did? Well, I think it's despicable too, and I think it should be handled. And I think if Daemon wants to prove that's not how his heart really is, he needs to handle his mess. Handle your scandal. And so,
oh my goodness.
Daemon and Blackwood's like, tell them, Lord, order them. No, Blackwood, you did too much. You did too much. Yeah. He was cocky. He was rough handling the what's the Blackwood's people that they hate? What's their name? I
don't think what they call it right now. Chat, you gotta remind.
I know y'all got me. But he was rough handling that father and son and all this other stuff. He thought he was in the bag. Like whatever happened, Daemon got my back, baby. You don't know Daemon. You don't know Daemon. You part of the small cause. Daemon got a huge
Daemon. I'm talking about big Daemon. I'm my little Daemon.
Daemon, no.
Little Daemon. So pretty much we could all say that he did surprise all of us in a good way.
In a good way. I said, okay, good for you.
He was supposed to be an MVP of the episode. Close, but no cigar.
He was the dude that said you too young and I got sons older than you. He was like, respect,
right?
Right. Right. He was like, oh, okay.
Nah, you got it.
Don't know what Daemon even did. I'm so done with you. He tried to come in like knowing like he knew something. And then he's like, what Daemon did?
That's my cousin. But
Daemon did some war. Daemon ordered some war crimes, and the dude actually carried it out when he could have just got submission, but he went too far. So now Daemon, that asked the dude to carry out them war crimes, gotta also behead the same said dude because Daemon made a bad call.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of think that Daemon didn't take it to heart.
Right. I think he was like, once I got the Riverlands, I don't care. I don't care. I get the Riverlands. Daemon don't care.
Hey, young Tully.
Daemon said the king for a day about his own nephew that lasted a day from his brother. Daemon didn't show up when his brother needed him to fight the Crab King. Daemon got his whole wife left on red. I don't think Daemon cared.
Oh my goodness. He said, I'm the real Oscar the Grouch. Like, move over. Move over. Make room.
Yep.
So the award for me goes to Sir Simon Strong for his one firecracker line. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. Yeah. So when Oscar condemns Lord Blackwater to perish, and tells Daemon it is his job to mete out justice. That was bananas.
Daemon, he's like, let me just do it. He was dragging that sword. All right, sorry, dude, you a casualty.
What old girl say? Say less.
Say less.
Say less. Say less. And the old Castellan looks at him and says, "Oh dear." And Whitewood might be the funniest moment in this show.
He did. Oh dear. Okay, so I don't know much about him, but I just saw a clip of him. But apparently he also does some witty roles outside of this show. Okay. And I could see how they let it peek through for him on this show. Like,
just like Ulf. They brought Ulf in to bring some light, some lightness to the show, because it's just a deep, dark show when you think about it. And Daemon at once irked. He was irked. I really do think he was irked and unimpressed by young Oscar obliges, and
he needs the river lords.
He needs them. Oh dear. Oh dear. You know, and pretty much with his head.
But he also, I mean, Oscar totally getting Daemon to do that brought who Daemon tried to force to be on his side. They're good because he did the justice was meted out. Yeah. So Oscar totally did what Daemon could not do.
Yeah, I agreed. I mean, it just is what it is, you know. Yeah, listen, it's tickling me. All that man want to do is eat. He just want
to eat his little finger foods and drink his mead. He ain't trying to.
I see why he's kind of cranky, because I mean he probably being chased all around Harrenhal with all them ghosts and that witch and her little potions and stuff, and probably the rats that Larys is looking through their eyeballs and it's a crazy spot. So back in King's Landing, nothing's going to plan. Aegon, lemon pepper Aegon. Fried hard. Flats for me. Is up and walking about. He's up and walking about, as glad as Hank was in Breaking Bad. So happy to be up and walking. That is so true, because he was down bad. It turns out that Larys, despite his pretenses otherwise, is behind these attempts at recovery. So Larys behind the scenes doing what he does best. He's been doing a lot of probably things with the Meister, helping him get well. I mean, if anything, him having a club foot and going through probably other illnesses, being at Harrenhal and learning some things from that witch. I'm pretty sure he got all his potions. His potion game is probably strong. So, you know, so I'm not sure what his motive, or we aren't sure what his motive is. Well, we know what his motive is. We know his motive. He's trying to get back. He's trying to
get back in your seat so I can
he won't be hanged. He wants to.
They calling Hightower back. Come on.
Yeah, they listen. Come on in. But yeah, we can't trust Larys. And we just can't trust. We can't trust him, and I wouldn't trust him if I was them. But it is what it is. So this might be a good time to invade the Red Keep, in my humble opinion.
If they knew what was happening,
how vulnerable they are, they already know that they have. You know, Team Black has most of the dragons. This would be a good time to do it. It's just they're just not having a good time. Let's see here. Yeah, so Rhaenyra's spies easy access to Blackwater Bay. Despite Aemond having recently ordered the city shut to comers and goers, the local dragon seeds have no trouble exiting via ship. So they're able to kind of have access and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Larys Strong, the Clubfoot, the Master of Whispers, is no Varys, to put it mildly. He's good at what he does, but not as good.
I guess his rat whispers or whatever he got that's passing on stuff. My thing is how he looked at the dude that told him they saw another rider on Seasmoke, and he was kind of like not believing the dude. I'm like, do you actually not believe him, or do you just not want him to say it. I was wondering, but it also seemed like he didn't get those whispers. Those whispers didn't come to him. You know what I mean? I feel like he was kind of like, how come I didn't get that whisper? I don't know.
So we need to make a chair for August. Look at this comment.
August, you got to go to timeout. In the best way, you got to go to timeout. He can't he ain't lying. Ooh, or she ain't lying.
You ain't lying, but yes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess what we can say about Larys is that Larys walks so Varys can run, because that's later on. You know what I mean? So it just is what it is. Aemond is forced to ride from the city to find Vhagar in the end when Ulf takes his joyride over the city and forced to retreat when he gets to Dragonstone, where plenty of other dragons await, as well as the angry dragon queen. That was a dope shot right there.
Baby, the two on the ground. You had one up on the little tower thing. Ooh. She was like, I dare you.
Yeah.
Vhagar, retreat. What do you tell Vhagar? Vhagar, we got to turn around.
Listen,
because I think he was coming to do something until he saw.
Yes,
honestly,
that was a dope shot, but he had to turn around. I was wondering, like, why don't you just go for the gusto? You know what I mean? Like, but
it must have been that he saw the other dragons. Because I think if he thought it was still just Ulf, I thought he was gonna attack, but I think he must have saw before we saw.
Yeah,
like, no, it's other dragons waiting on you.
I liked seeing Aegon getting stronger. I like seeing
just to challenge Aemond, just to make it more difficult for Aemond, or okay. I'm waiting on this Aemond Daemon fight. That's where I'm at with. I don't care what's going on between. I mean, I'm not Aemond. No, yeah, it was Aemond and Daemon. I don't care what happened with Aegon. I ain't gonna hold you. I need Aemond and Daemon to fight. I know it's not coming in this season, but that's what I can't wait for. Yeah. Well, Vhagar, flee. That's what it was. Flee, Vhagar.
Flee. Yep. He had to. He was like,
yeah.
He pulled his joint back and swung that thing around.
And Vhagar went right. He was like, hey.
I got look.
Like Cedric the Entertainer about that deuce in the corner. That braid, the road braid.
That spirit of Karen Hugo trying to come back turn this around. Pull that thing back.
It's Karen Hugo shifting out here.
I actually like Aemond.
Yeah, I like Aemond, Sweet Jane. Do you like Aemond better than Daemon, Sweet Jane? You just saying you like Aemond better? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not Team Green, but I'm here for the conflict that Aemond causes for the most part. I don't like what he did to Meleys.
Yeah,
and Rhaenyra.
No,
but
I don't like it at all.
Outside of that, I like the conflict that Aemond kind of causes.
Hey, I'm just waiting for things to happen. I'm ready for the Daemon and Aemond.
Yeah,
I'm ready for that. So I don't know if that's going to be this episode tonight, but we'll see. Okay, I would say in my writing, one bright spot in all of Team Green's cloudy day is Darren. The youngest son who we still haven't met. He and his dragon Tessarion have taken to wing. Tessarion could once again shift the balance through the Greens, though the Greens, despite their stronger armies, are badly outnumbered in the sky. And then we go to the last scene where Alicent is perhaps the unhappiest of all the characters, other than the maimed and mangled lemon pepper wing that Aegon is. And she leaves the city and goes off to take she's taking a stroll in the woods, right? with her single guard. Now, my question to you in the chat is, do you believe that this was like a march to her wanting to go to glory? Do you think that originally, do you think that her going into this body of water was a cleansing of all of her sins? Because remember, even though she was enjoying bouncing on Kristen, she still has like a godly sense about herself.
I definitely took it as a cleansing thing, but when I listened to some reviews, I could see also how it could be a symbol of like unaliving. So. Mm-hmm. We shall see, but yeah,
the way she was floating there, like I don't know. I guess she figured, or maybe she just figures, hey, listen, they don't like me. I'm a woman. I
don't even honestly. Alicent, go away. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's probably it too. I mean, think about it. She was lamenting this whole episode, like, by sitting by his bedside and everything else, and she's regretting all of these different things. And she was holding Aemond's face at one point, trying to reason with him. Like, it was just a lot of different things. She can't even one of the last episodes, like they were rioting and stuff like that. Like,
Yep.
they were rioting. Like, she almost lost her life. So, it was just so many different things that was going on. And maybe, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Like a baptizing, like a cleansing of sins. Okay. Oh, a rebirth. Oh, a rebirth into what? B1. Yeah. Maybe you can hold your thoughts when I drop this link. Oh, well, I mean, men are going men. No offense to the men in the chat. It just is when you in that type of system, women are there for specific reasons, and women are there for you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of
they showed her how they was gonna treat her, because I mean they never changed on her. They always showed her. So
she should have saw it from Otto. I mean, he literally handed his own child over.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing
for Alicent. I don't got nothing for her. Drop the link. Drop the link.
So it's an old callback to Rhaenyra's own flight during her father's hunt, when a young Sir Criston Cole became her sole companion. So it's like, her with the knight, Rhaenyra, you know what I mean? So anyway, that is pretty much the end of the episode there. Anything that I left out? Any last comments?
No, I'll leave time. You drop the link, because I'm gonna leave time to make sure they get their 2 minutes in. Because my inner season lady, she is.
Listen, my baby gotta go to bed. Brendan he gotta make her a warm apple juice. Shout out to Sugar Mama. You gotta put that warm apple juice.
Warm apple
juice. I think, doesn't she warm up the apple juice? Or she used to. From what I understand, one of the last lives that Dr. Mel did, she said that she doesn't need the apple juice. She's a big girl now. Oh, thank you for being here.
Thank you, August, for joining us. We love to see y'all come in here and have fun with us.
Look, sis, we got 44 people in the chat. Praise God.
Oh, let me tell y'all what, and CC, Francois, we sit at a strong, what would you say when we did our first few?
Strong 15.
Strong 15. So, no, thank y'all for real. We appreciate y'all being in here and enjoying these podcasts with us.
Oh, thank you, Dee. Listen, send a happy birthday out to Dee, DeQuilla Hereford here.
Oh, yes. Happy birthday, my Leo sis.
Happy birthday, sweet sis. We appreciate you. Let's see. How would I know if anybody... Oh, please come back. Now, there's going to be a short break, because Trending is going to be in Dallas with the chef.
Yes.
And other friends.
Our episode 8 review will most likely be not this Sunday coming up, but the following Sunday. So just please keep your notifications on and come back and join us, because we will review episode 8, but I'm traveling that weekend, so I won't be able to. We usually review the weekend after the episode airs, so come back.
Also, but a certain that's her. This is actually.
Oh, that's my birthday weekend too, huh? No, that's not my birthday weekend.
No, it is.
Dang, hold on, y'all.
It is.
Hold on.
You about to give away.
Dang. Okay, keep your notifications on. We're gonna figure it out. We might have to do it on a day of the week and it not be a Sunday. So just please keep a lookout.
That'll be fine. That'll be fine with me. Okay. Listen, I dropped the link. I'm gonna drop the link again if anybody wants to come up. I had starred a few comments. Let me see. So August asked, did you notice that the queen never affirmed who the daddy is?
So she still didn't. That's true. You talking about Rhaenyra?
I'm thinking so.
If that's what you're talking about, definitely that one, yes. If there's another one, let me know. I'm not surprised though. Hey, Miss Lady One.
Hello. And also, August, can I say something about the trailer? I noticed a clue. Listen, feel free.
They did say it. They said that notice that they named that there were 7 dragons, but we'd only seen 6, so that's why he thinks that Sheep Stealer will be the other dragon. I think that's what they said.
Okay, I think Duncan Egg show is coming next. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. This gonna be some good shows. Listen, I watch Dune. I don't know if anyone else are Dune movie watchers. If you like the Dune movies, so and they have I think Max has a Dune show too. So say that again.
I was just seeing. She said George R.R. Martin also has some animated stuff.
That'll be fun. So listen, 2 queens on the throne. It'll probably remain this. I don't know if we might have some new wigs on. We might have some new props going after this season, but there might be more shows to come. So definitely put your notifications on and stuff like that. But yeah. Well, look, Dune is awesome. Listen, I love Dune, and they have a Dune show coming out. So if anyone's interested in kind of, maybe I can talk my sis into it. She might think that Dune is.
I'll probably have to watch you and be a special guest on that one because I'm coming in too fresh. Oh, sis. And you already know if I'm gonna say yes to anybody, it'd be you. But I know I just told Mr. Trent, I said, I think I done started biting off a little more than I could chew.
I agree. I do agree.
I had just told him, I said, I might have to be special guest sometimes because I still want to interact with my people. And y'all know I ride for some 41 Fit. I ride for 41 Fit.
And while we're it's been 1 year since I've been modding for Trending at some point. Has it been a year or was it before then?
It's been a little over a year, probably.
It's over a year.
You got to me before I got monetized, I think.
Wasn't it? I think it was like July.
Yeah, it wasn't that long. It wasn't that far apart.
It wasn't that far ago. So this makes 1 year
that I came in giving the best nicknames. So I would call her my nickname queen.
Yes.
And then she was just so like sweet and just like, I was like, I hope she'll want to mod for me because her personality and just, I love everything about it. And you think we done met in person already? We have never met in person yet.
We have never met in person. Almost. This past May, we got so close. Because I'm a Liberty student, so my bachelor's graduation is Anyway, so that being said, we almost met up.
We were almost close, but it wasn't time yet. It wasn't that time yet. It wasn't
that time yet. But that being said, I am so very thankful for Trending at some point, y'all. And just her opening up her platform, just being so kind. So that being said, oh my goodness. Oh, thank you. Aliens movie review. Listen, dudes, if you willing to come up, Trending ain't gonna do it.
I'll do a movie review with you though if you watch it. This is the one I will do. Have you seen Deadpool and Wolverine?
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm a Deadpool fan.
Get out there so we can talk about that movie.
Let's do it. Any other suggestions in the box, please feel free to just drop down in the comment box and give it to us. We are, again, Trending, she needs to take a break because she got a lot on her plate, a lot with the trials and things of that sort that she's doing.
We got a YSL update because Daddy Addy and his son. I say it like it's his channel, but the lawyer, Daddy Addy and the son that came out with a new video, so we got to go over that YSL thing. Yeah,
I like them. I like a confident man. I'm trying to tell you.
But August, come back for Deadpool and Wolverine because I will review that with 41 Fit because I ain't seen nobody else that really is into it that I regularly talk to. So I would totally review that movie with you.
I would love it again. Let me go ahead before we get off. Let me go ahead and find Chef Don's link.
Okay.
TCDD. I should have had this teed up. My bad, y'all. Let's see here.
I would get into the Deadpool comics, August. That's one I there's a lot of things I wish I could do if I had the time, but one of them I think I would get into the Deadpool comics. I love his personality, and I know that it's so cool that Ryan Reynolds is just also the same personality that was already written for Deadpool. I love that. I'd probably get into those comics. That's really cool.
I put his one.
When I tell you the fight scenes, The fight scenes
are they good?
So freaking good. And then the quiz,
goodness.
the witty banter, it's overload. It's so good.
I can't wait to see it. I cannot wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. Listen, I went ahead and threw his Instagram on there for that. Of course, let me see if Chef probably left.
No one else could play Deadpool. I agree with you, August. Don't even try. That man was born to play Deadpool.
But I say this all to say, make sure, so Deadpool review to come. I love me some Deadpool. That was
love you, Dada.
I love it. Chef, listen, we love you. You see Chef right here. Make sure that we all Don Dons. We all Don Dons. Make sure you buy up all his tickets. Trending at some point has also said that she has a few that she would like to gift. We have some silent donors that that have also given out some tickets as well. So, listen, if you can't afford it, but you want to attend, ask. Nothing beats to ask. Let me just go ahead and get the, is it okay if I give the admin email address, Chef? You got to let me know.
Yeah, I know he's fine with that.
He's fine with that.
As long as you actually email him about the brunch and stuff. That's the only thing he asks. Like, don't be trying to send him gossip.
Yeah, can y'all stay out of the group chat?
That's all he asks.
Like, stay out of the DMs, y'all.
Yes, the line about Canada. Yes, August.
Oh my goodness! So I don't want to belabor the time. You sound like a pastor. I don't want to belabor the time. Any final comments? Trending.
Okay. Loving the dragon seeds, claiming their dragons. Disappointed in Hugh and Ulf. Can't wait to see my girl Rhaenyra. Hopefully get Sheep Stealer. Hopefully. But I just want her to get a dragon in general. I'm ready for episode 8. We'll be late to reviewing it, but hopefully I'll actually watch it this week to just know what everybody else knows and what's going on. And I can't wait to see y'all back here when we do get to review it.
Yes. Listen, for the folks that we haven't seen here before, August, listen, come back. We enjoyed you. Were you here before, August? I don't remember seeing your name before.
No, I think right. I think in the chat, this is our first time, I think.
Yeah. And just come back. We enjoyed you. Persephone, we enjoyed you. We enjoy all of you.
Welcome.
Child, Karen Hugo is really after this wig, y'all.
No, look, you see the hairline poking through? Karen, the spirit of Karen is out here, okay?
Listen, she can't have this wig. I'm joking. We're gonna have some more. Listen, look, the edges is not edging anymore.
That being said, and thank you to our regulars that said we here for y'all as people discover y'all. We here. We gonna sit here and listen, even if we don't watch the show. We just want to hear y'all talk about it. So, did you pull it back? Did you pull it?
This thing is holding on to God's unchanging hand. Okay, like literally.
Why are you like this? Yes, Persephone. We could try again. We'll hopefully if we pick a day that's a good day, we'll try to drop the link again if you want to come up and show off your Targaryen Valerian wig. Come on.
Especially there'll be time because we may even have a couple weeks, like maybe even
right.
In between when we do episode or the final episode. So what we'll do, please, if you aren't subscribed to either one of our channels, please do. And what we'll both do is we'll put the link to where we actually got this one.
Because 41 Fit found this one. I said, girl, it's the one. You got it. This is the one. Because it came with a little braid already. Although the braid is betrayal because it'll just do what it want to do. But it did come with the braid though. So
it got a gangster lean on it right now. It's looking crazy. You gotta flop that thing back. Listen. Oh, you was comment. See, that's why you got to come up. You got to come up, Sweet Jane. You don't have to show yourself on camera. So let me.
Right, you can keep your camera off.
Camera off.
But we'll be back.
Yes, indeed.
And maybe that'll be our thing for some of the good movies that we like. We could have a running movie review on some of the movies we really like. We could do that too.
I think the whole thing for this is a safe space for the nerdy folks.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Come on in if you got just
don't be ashamed about knowing all the dragons, who their riders are, the family tree. That's what we love. Oh, and they did confirm that Dreamfire, those were her eggs that Daenerys had, right? Mm-hmm. I think they did confirm that. Those eggs did come from Dreamfire, so it wasn't the ones we saw in the other episodes. So, yeah.
Well, welcome. You're certainly welcome again to come. If there are no final comments, I guess we're just gonna say bye, right? Let me put the intro on again.
Play us on the way out.
Yes.
Dracarys.
Yes.